Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. I have been invited to provide an introduction to my book, Relentless Endeavors, on the life and times of Mulla Asghar Ali M.M. Jaffer. Today, total worldwide population of the Khoja Shia Nasri Muslim community is less than 150,000, men, women and children put together. They are now settled in over 40 countries as nationals of around 24 states. As community members started moving out of the Indian subcontinent and from Africa to settle in the West from mid-1960s, history appears to have been repeating itself with new dynamics at play. Challenges that the community faced in the latter half of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century as they started settling in Africa were resettlement and economic survival and preservation and promotion of faith. How did the community in Africa survive and grapple with the multiple challenges at hand? Community now settled in the West owe much to their African experience for the way they are organized. Times have changed and dynamics at play in Canada, United States of America and in Europe are different. What has not changed, however, is the need for human resolve to understand and appreciate current realities and apply themselves with determination to face up to the realities with collective endeavor, the way their ancestors did when they settled first in Africa. To appreciate complexities of the problems encountered by the community in Africa and how best they can draw lessons from their history to improvise and adapt to the current realities in the West, a study of the book Relentless Endeavors on the life and times of Mulla Asghar Ali M.M. Jaffer will be enlightening. Apart from accounts of the early struggle for survival, you will have opportunity of getting glimpses of consolidation of the community in Africa and Madagascar, role of Jamaat and formation of the Africa Federation, religious education, role of local mullah and mullani, contribution of social workers, local community leaders, and accounts of various individuals in Africa come to life through these narratives. Post-Zanzibar Revolution events and the post-marriage saga, exodus from Uganda, evacuation from Somalia, tribulations in Congo, Madagascar, Mozambique, resettlement in the West and formation of the World Federation, relation with the successive Maraje who recognize and support the need for organization and collective endeavors, retention of the Khoja identity, how well has this identity served us and why we should retain this identity. For those who have lived in Africa before moving on to the West, this book may recall for them some fond memories as they recognize various events and personalities and possibly their own roles in certain developments. To the younger generation brought up in the West, they may be surprised to find out that life in Africa for their ancestors had not been a bed of roses. They may in the process also recognize the type of sacrifices their elders had to make to eke out an early existence. Subsequent economic progress in Africa made by sheer dint of hard work, and the sacrifices that elders had to make to educate their children. Read this book and find out for yourself. Through the life and times of Mulla Asghar Ali M.M. Jaffer, see what, against many odds, one can achieve with dedication and relentless endeavors. As an individual who had never been to any college or university, who had never joined any Hawza Ilmiya in Iraq or Iran for Islamic studies, Mulla Asghar had, by sheer dint of determination and hard work, acquired a level of erudition in various fields that commanded respect in many quarters. He was also proficient in English, Arabic, Farsi, Urdu, Swahili, Gujarati and Kutchi languages. While Mulla Asghar was in London, a senior alim from Iran once presented to him with a traditional clerical turban with a comment that he deserved to have one. Mulla Asghar declined to accept the gift with an explanation that adorning the clerical attire would distance him from the community members he loved to be with and serve. He would prefer to dress as an average layman, remain an ordinary member of the community, and serve the community at the same time. To the new breed of youngsters who go to Iran and Iraq in pursuit of religious studies, life of Mulla Asghar provides a lesson for them. Upon their return, young scholars should reflect before moving around with clerical attire to project themselves as an elitist group. Service in the name of religion cannot be restricted to mihrab and mimbar only. For such scholars, there are many openings in the academia and a wide range of social services open for them to devote to and serve in the name of religion. Among such returnees, there are few individuals who freely mingle with the society. Working within the system, they render commendable social services at the same time. For the younger generation born in the West, this book may help to instill a sense of awareness of their heritage and a challenge for them to recognize what they too can achieve in life to leave their mark in history. The underlying message that stands out from the life of Mulla Asghar is, where there is a will, there is a way. Wassalam.